Hello, Tommy Kenyon here, video editor extraordinaire, emerging creator. Thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel today for this video on key tips on right here, somewhere right there off in the screen space. Key tips and best practices for live streaming. Here we go. In this video, I'm going to discuss the key tips to you have them laid out right here on the screen already. I'm going to discuss stories that I've had in my 15 years of doing live streaming in various scene scenarios. I'm going to discuss real world tactics, what you can do to minimize errors and get the best possible stream for whatever it is you're doing. And I want to start with the first thing you see here on the key tips and best practices for discussion: internet reliability. You want to, and let me, before we continue here, let me drop these notifications. I might edit this out. There we go. Now we're good. Internet reliability. Take out distractions, or that can be for another day. Stress testing your connection. Do a speed test. Speedtest.net. There's several ways you can go about it, testing the internet, finding a good optimum upload speed for your stream. You don't want to be getting, and this is testing well a week or two in advance before your event, a month even. When you're going to lay out the location, know what kind of internet is or can be available. Remember, 2 points of connection for the internet. As if one fails, you want to be able to keep it going, or otherwise you are in record zone, and you have to say somehow live is not available. This will be up later and record, and you're in that mess. So there's always on demand, but live is always better. And yes, you don't want to minimize. You don't want to have the live version fail. As I'm checking my audio as I'm going through this constantly, you don't want to have the live version fail due to internet. So I have here to make sure I mentioned. I can send this in a little PDF document as well, if you like this. And I have a cheat sheet. What I'm going to go over at the end of this video, I'm going to go over the living document you should give to each of your live stream team that should be taken as final stone law to follow to a T. No excuses. But what I have last on this internet reliability: check upload speeds. Aim for at least 5 to 10 megabits per second up, for 1080p. If higher, then you obviously want more. There's more detail, the more bandwidth you'll need. Moving into upload speed specificity. Educate. I can't say that word right. Educate on bitrate settings. 3000 to 6000 kilobits per second as a bitrate encoding output for your video is optimum. You can go higher, so a lot of people often do, but remember, the higher you go, the more bandwidth, the more you take up of. Just make sure you have enough for if you have a backup running in case. 30 frames per second usually is fine. Overloading a weak connection causes buffering. Can't see this here. Underutilizing waste quality. I'm just gonna look at my screen there. Team alignment. Everyone, camera ops, audio tech, stream engineers must sync on goals, settings, contingency plans. It's important to have that. We'll get to that a little bit later as well when we get to the little sheet to get everyone on the same page. For stream briefings. And to keep everyone on the same page to know, okay, we're using this here, so everyone knows without little communication. Yeah, sometimes communication is a need, but have a document to have this when you're out there and you maybe a lack of communication is at the moment, and this is all they have. Like, just make sure they know exactly what's going on at that time, what's needed. Living document is so important to have this. So yeah, I'm reading straight from this. I can make this bigger actually. Live here as I'm recording. There we go. Team alignment, I just went over. Living document. So getting into the living document, share a dynamic checklist like the one I'm gonna have at the end of this video. Which field teams update is based on what events, lessons to keep everyone on the same page. Do I have anything so far upload? So one thing I have to say about that, keep everyone on the same page. I like to do this diagram of where everyone's gonna lay out. If sometimes the stuff when I do like for my Toastmasters setups in the past, I didn't do this, and so don't be like me and don't do that, because if it's just in here, like going back to like keep everything on a page where you can hand out to everyone. If it's just in here in my head, no one's gonna be able to see in my head like what I'm thinking. Unless I specifically state something or say something at the moment. But again, it won't be everything at the time. So I can make sure you get everything that's in here out on paper that you can distribute to your team. And it'll let everyone know current, future, like what was done, what can be done to improve for later, update these notes. That'll be so important to the current stream, the future streams. It'll be so important. So I just had to go back and talk about that, and I had a story on that I didn't do myself. And when people don't know what's happening, people don't know. So getting onto that living document is going to be so important. Constant monitoring. Once everything's set up, you're streaming from the field, or the producers or whatever, the field producers are streaming from the field. Watch for lag, delay in the video, latency, the L word, as I'm looking for the L word. I didn't remember what that word was when I was planning on this video. But latency, end-to-end transmission delay. That's what latency is. Use tools like OBS, stats, or RTMP monitoring to catch drops in frame rate or bit rate in real time. Backup gear and power. Always have spare cables, batteries, encoders ready. Power outages or hardware failures can kill a stream instantly. No power, you don't have anything. Like unless you're on a separate generator from the rest of the facility. I don't have too much else to say on that, but yeah, that's important. Like contingencies, have contingencies on every little piece of the stream, the event. So audio priority. Bad video is forgivable, bad audio isn't. Like, I'm always constantly thinking of my audio. Bad audio is not forgivable. If you can't hear, that's what moves production the most. Test mics, check levels constantly. Even now, like as I'm doing this now, I'm checking my levels to see, oh, am I still good? Am I still recording? Can you still hear me in this video? Because I'm going to bring this in the post later. check audios constantly, always, and like you can never check audio too much. Test everything. Run a full dry run, internet encoder, platform ingest at least an hour before going live. Simulate worst case scenarios. Know what's happening before it happens and prepare as best you can with as much time as possible. Test, 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 test. If you don't know something, test it. If you're not sure, test it. When in doubt, test it. If you didn't think it was tested, test it. If you think it was tested, test it. It can't hurt to do multiple tests. If you have time, do a test. Do a test. If you're not sure, test. It'll put you at ease. It'll put the stakeholders at ease. It'll put viewers at ease. If the more the stream is tested, the better the stream is going to be in the end. The more you're going to learn about something too. A test, practice. Test is like practice. Know your platform is the next point on here. And again, I'll get you this live stream checklist at the end of this video in the PDF. I'll have this linked up and everything. Don't worry about that. Thank you for, again, coming to the stream. But we got more of this video to go. You can get this live streaming checklist at the end for watching all the way through. Where were we at? Know your platform. Each streaming platform, YouTube, Vimeo, X, they're all. Spotify is a video platform, not just audio anymore. Remember, Spotify, you can upload video and you can play video. You can have promotional clips in Spotify. Has each of these platforms has unique ingest settings, RTMP URLs, stream keys, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. They're all the stream keys, how you get the video into the platform. They each have their own unique way. Know how the platform works. Like Instagram, like this is the biggest thing. This is one of the biggest gotchas that gets me today. Even when you're streaming, you think you're pushing to Instagram, and like I'm blurry right now. I'm just noticing. Can I do this quick fix here? Uh-oh. Can I fix my blurriness? And I'm not. Uh-oh. Let me go and check my video real quick. Sometimes a reset of the camera does work. Alright, so where was I? Know your platform. Each stream platform. The thing I have to say about this... I'll edit all that out. The thing I have to say about this is... when you're pushing to a platform from your OBS, from your stream encoder, from wherever it is that device that's going to, and you think you're streaming, you think you're live, test, see if the player is actually playing what's expected to be playing. If it's not, most likely the thing, if it's Instagram or Facebook, you didn't hit go live on that platform, Instagram or Facebook. It's not enough to just start OBS to say you're streaming here. You have to also hit go live, even on YouTube. You can set it up to do automatic start or whatever. Make sure that's set too. Because if that's not starting, you are not live. So go live. Remember the go live button. Make sure you are actually live on the platform, or you're in an on-demand record only scenario, and you're probably going to be pissing off stakeholders and viewers saying, where is this? I'm not seeing it. Wonder where it is. You make them wonder. So don't be that way and be in record mode only, and always hit that go live button. Audience engagement plan. When you're live streaming, you know your audience, know your platform, know your audience. Pre-plan how to handle viewer interactions, chat moderation, Q&A. There's chat bots available now on YouTube. Did you know about that? I initiated mine, but I have some more playing around. I'm playing around with my chair too. I have some more playing around to do with the chat bots, but know how you're gonna interact with the audience, Q&As, like all that, or you're gonna ask if they're gonna ask you questions, or how's that gonna all work out. If it's just a free flow plan, like I like to do a lot of the time, that's fine. Just know how you're gonna interact with your audience, with your fans, with your people, with the people who come to watch you live. Some like to do like the hashtag live or hashtag replay kind of thing, because it's live or replay. It's the same thing, but different tactics, but it's mostly the same thing. So notes for me, these are mostly for me, but these are important for anyone. Notes for your video. Expand on each point. When this is for anyone too. Like, these were notes for me, but expand with real world anecdotes. I think I did that with my 15 years of experience to add credibility. Emphasize the importance of redundancy, internet gear plans, backups, contingency. Have at least 2. The backup should be better than the primary source. For latency, the L word, as I was forgetting what latency, I was forgetting, like, what was that word I'm looking for? Explain how it impacts viewer experience and how to minimize that experience of those impacts. Optimizing encoder settings, choosing lower latency platforms. Lower is better when it comes to latency. When you're looking up latency, if you do an AT&T speed test, it'll tell you latency. Lower is better. You can always look up like I can do another video on improving latency as I learn more about it too. Encourage teams to treat the living document as a team Bible, updated after every stream to capture new insights. I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, I'm gonna click on this at the end, and this link will be in the description as well. Live streaming checklist for production teams. This is a living document for field teams streaming to a central site or live player. Update each event to refine the purpose. For pre-stream prep, internet setup, test upload speed, minimum 5 to 10 megabits per second for 1080p. Speedtest.net is a good one to use always. Secure backup connections, bonded cellular secondary ISP. Confirm low latency, less than 2 seconds to ingest server. Equipment check, verify camera encoder, audio gear, functionality, pack spares, cables, batteries, mics, SD cards, because you do probably want to record as a third final backup, the last resort. Ensure power sources, generators, battery packs are changed. Stream settings, set bitrate 3000 to 6000 kbps for 1080p at 30 frames per second. Confirm RTMP URL and stream key and with the platform. That's important. That's how your machine will communicate with the platform and sending the video again. Test encoder, OBS, vMix, etc., StreamYard, whatever you use with the platform. Ingest, team brief at the end, assign roles, camera, audio, stream engineer, chat moderator, stream, share run of show and contingency plans, signal loss protocol, confirm all team members have this checklist during the stream. Monitoring, track OBS stats for dropped frames, bitrate drops or lag, monitor latency via platforms, live player, or RTMP dashboard, watch audio levels, keep peaks below -6 dB decibels. Troubleshooting, I'm reading this word for word. If lag occurs, lower bitrate or switch to backup connection. If audio fails, switch to backup mic or pre-recorded feed. log issues for post-event review, audience engagement, monitor chat for viewer feedback or issues, relay key comments to on-air team for real-time interaction, and then the post-stream debrief. Debrief, this is where you learn what happened, what went well, what worked, what didn't work, review logs for lag, latency, and equipment issues, update this checklist with new lessons learned, archive, save, stream, trim out any, especially if you're archiving for on-demand later on, you definitely want to trim out any nonsense in the beginning or at the end. Trim off the beginning and ends. Share updated checklist with all teams. And this is as of June 28, 2025. And there's the checklist. So there's best practices, live streaming checklists, and best practices and key tips for live streaming. Check out this Bible live stream checklist in this description of this video. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment and questions. What do you want to see from me? Like what other videos like this do you want to see from me? I use Grok to like create all this. But let me know in the comments what else you would want to see from me. And just let me know, and I'll do my best to put anything out there that you want to see. With that, thanks for watching. Hope you like, share, subscribe. Touch all the things in this video. Tickle the buttons, the video buttons. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.